Good morning, everyone. Jill! I was just thinking about you.
It's been a rough week.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it goes better now. And the other side. Lee circles. And reverse. Shoe circles. And reverse. And ping circles. And reverse. And reverse. And block. Okay, you can put away your sticks. So before we go on with the exercises, I want to share a couple of things with you. This Saturday morning class is actually supposed to be the theory class. So this time here is not just warm-up time, although that's important, but it's also gives us a little time to look into Tai Chi theory and a little bit into Chinese culture, etc., etc. And for the most part, I haven't been doing that for the past 6 or 8 months or so. But there's a couple things we could do. So I'm going to propose one this morning. Actually, 2 things we could do. So in the past, there have been a couple of publications, American publications, that were focused on Tai Chi and really helped kind of support the community, etc., etc. Unfortunately, the gentleman who ran that, I'll show you the magazine. It's called Tai Chi Magazine, and that's a picture of Chen Zhuang Ha, who now lives in Edmonton, so up north in Canada, and teaches. And I don't have a copy here, but there's lots of copies with Master Feng on the cover. And you know, it's a decent little magazine. There were articles that were written by many Chinese practitioners, and they went into the anatomy of all this stuff, etc., etc. So it's very useful. Unfortunately, it's not published anymore, which means there's a little bit of a deficit going on. So if any of you want to start a Tai Chi magazine, I heartily suggest that you go ahead and do that. Okay, there are a couple of other magazine or journals out there. So the Journal of Asian Martial Arts is good. However, Asian martial arts focuses on the martial side, as you can see. They're serious about this. And that's not really what we're doing. So it's good, it's interesting. Often there are very good articles in there. They're not specifically focused on Tai Chi and Qigong. It's much more of a grab bag of all the Asian martial arts. But there's always something in here that's quite good. And it's well bound. It's a nice magazine. I'll send you links to all this stuff. And then I want to read you something from another journal. This is, hold on just a second. Sorry, it's nice and sunny up here today, so all the neighbors are out cutting their lawn. It makes it pretty noisy. There's a journal that you can get online called the Qi Journal. And it's put out by Jesse Cho down in some little town in the Central Valley in California. And it's well done, it's well written, and there are always interesting little articles in there. It is not, to my mind, at the same level as Tai Chi Magazine used to be, because Tai Chi Magazine brought in articles from all kinds of practitioners. It wasn't just all written by one guy. In fact, he didn't really write very much at all. He just became a clearinghouse for lots of other people to write. So it was really interesting to read the articles by people from China, etc., as well as from the diaspora. But Qi Journal is actually well written. I really like the kind of stuff they're doing, and you can just get it online. There's always something that's a little interesting to see, and they're not. They're quiet little articles. They're not necessarily groundbreaking, but as you read them, you'll sort of start to absorb a little bit more about what the community is like, because the Tai Chi community is very strong. It has no pope. If it had a pope, it was Master Feng, but but it has no pope now. But let me read this to you, because this was their little lead article or op-ed or whatever you want to say in the last Qi journal they sent out a couple of days ago. They do it once a month, and it's talking about morning Qigong, which is what we're doing this morning. So I thought this was kind of interesting, and I think it's very well written. So let me read it to you. Morning movement, when the day begins with motion. In China, the day traditionally begins not with stillness, but with gentle motion. As dawn breaks, parks, courtyards, and quiet streets fill with people walking slowly, stretching, or practicing Qigong and Tai Chi Chuan. This is not exercise in the modern goal-oriented sense, nor a replacement for an exercise routine. It is a way of waking the body into the day, aligning breath, posture, and awareness before daily demands take hold. From a traditional Chinese medicine perspective, morning movement supports the natural rise of yang energy. After a night of, after a night of rest, circulation and digestion need encouragement rather than force. Gentle walking, joint opening, and relaxed breathing help activate the channels, support the lungs, and ease the transition from sleep into daily activity. Unlike strenuous workouts, these practices aim to nourish rather than deplete, leaving the body clear-headed and steady. There is also a cultural rhythm at work. Moving early connects individuals to seasonal cycles and communal life. When the weather permits, one often sees elders practicing beside younger walkers, each moving at their own pace. The emphasis is consistency, not performance. Over time, this daily habit becomes as natural as brushing one's own teeth. For those wishing to adopt a similar routine, the key is simplicity. Begin with a few minutes of relaxed walking or standing stretches. Let the breath remain unforced. Movements should feel circular, unhurried, and comfortable. Even 5 or 10 minutes can be enough to establish a sense of calm momentum for the day ahead. In a world that often begins with screens and urgency, morning movement offers a quieter alternative. Start the day by inhabiting the body first, and let activity arise from steadiness rather than from haste. I like that. I thought that was very well written. Okay, so here's a proposal. In fact, we're just going to do it. So it's a proposal, but it's already been voted on and accepted. One of Master Feng's direct disciples, named Yang, now lives in New York, where he teaches Tai Chi and Qigong. Yang is kind of an exceptional disciple in that he's also an academic and a medical man. He worked with Master Feng directly for many years in China, and then emigrated to the United States and got a doctorate in kinesiology from the University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, which is the school my mother went to. And he works in New York, and a lot of the work that he does is oriented toward physical healing. So he calls his little shtick evidence-based Tai Chi. So he's doing Tai Chi and Qigong in order to help people with real physical or metabolic problems, as well as just teaching the whole general thing of Tai Chi. Anyway, Yang Yang wrote a book, which I happen to have right here, called Tai Chi Chuan, right? The art of nurturing the power, the science of power. This is, without any doubt, the best book on Tai Chi. Yes, and Catherine's got a copy. This is the best book in English on Tai Chi. It is not a how to book. This is not full of little diagrams on how you're supposed to move. You cannot learn Tai Chi from a book, period, at least as far as the forms and stuff go. This is a book of theory and cultural orientation. It's very well done. I think when you begin Tai Chi in the first few years, you ought to read this book because it will help orient you in the larger sense. It's not a tremendously long book. On the other hand, it's not short either. I don't know. It's about this big, so it's what 250 pages, something like that. And what I think we should do is, if you don't have a copy, get one. There are two ways you can get a copy, and I'll send you links to all this stuff. You can buy one on Amazon, or you can buy one directly from Yang Yang. The price on Amazon and with Yang Yang is about $50 a copy. Or we have 5 or 6 copies still in the library. Back in the day when we were in San Francisco, I would buy these by the crate. There were 48 books in each crate. And then students would just buy from me, and then we would go through this book.
You have 8.
Well, the ones over to the left are all marked up because they were, so the good ones are the ones on the right, yeah. So we've got about 5 copies on the right. Some of you have copies. Catherine's got a copy. Jill, do you have a copy? And Kevin's got a copy. If you don't have a copy and you want to go along with us with this, get in touch with me, because I can sell you a copy cheaper than the $50 copies you're going to get on Amazon. I'll sell it to you for $40. That's basically cost plus shipping. So we're not making any money on it. The point of this is to get the book, and then we'll just go through it very, very slowly over the course of the whole year. So we'll assign a reading. I don't know. Let's say there's 12. I don't know how many chapters there are in here, but let's say there's 12 chapters. We'll assign one chapter per month, and then one of the Saturday mornings in this time slot, the foundation studies, we'll just have a general discussion of what goes on in here. And you will pick up a tremendous amount about Tai Chi and about the culture in which it grew up, which is a really big part of this. Kevin, do you have any ideas to add? Because you've read this book.
No, I thought gave me more information that was understandable than, I mean, I read a lot of books, not as many as you, of course, but, and then Yang Yang has a Facebook page you can join, and there's stuff that he puts out there. He recently had an article on back pain and stuff, which I have not read yet because I'm doing enough on my own.
Yeah. Yeah, so he puts a lot of information out there, including a lot of what is really physical therapy information, because kinesiology, that's essentially what it is, segueing into medical work too. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. I'll send you the links to Amazon and to the page on Yang Yang's website where you can buy this. Or just let me know, and I can send me your mailing address.
I got most of there.
Yeah, and Annie says she has most of them, but still, put your mailing address in there just because sometimes they change. And I'll send you a copy. And once we get everything together, maybe in March, we'll start the process of reading through this book and talking about it a little bit. The other thing that we are going to do on Saturday mornings is we're going to do a series on Earth Body, Your Body. And it's going to be 12 lessons or workshops, I guess you could say, over a 12-month period. So it probably, since this month is already going by, it's probably going to stretch into January or February of next year. And these are lessons that I'm working up, and I got to tell you, you have to put a lot of time into working these up. And we're going to go ahead and do them on Saturday morning. When we do them, they're only going to be one time per month. But when we do them, they're going to start early. They're going to start at 8 o'clock in the morning and run until 10. And some of them may run even longer, so they'll run right into the Tai Chi thing. And they are kind of my own contribution to the larger community. But we're going to look at the human energy body and the energy body of the earth. The earth actually has an energy body. So we're going to look at them and compare them, and you will see that there are remarkable similarities between the two. And we're going to add a lot of other stuff in on top of that too. Okay, so again, that's something that's going to take a few weeks to work up. I'm working on the script for the first session that we're going to do with that. That's going to focus on the center of the earth and the center of the energy body, that is the Dantian, the relations between the two. Probably the first hour of what we do is going to be you sitting in a chair listening to me lecture. The second, you're going to stand up and we're going to actually do some stuff. A lot of what we're going to do, you guys have already been through, so this won't be new to you. I hope that the stuff that I bring in to this will be new to you and will add something in. But of course, we're going to record all this and put it up online for other people to share this stuff too. So we're going to do very, very gentle exercises focused on the Dantian, et cetera, and just begin the process of pulling these what appear to be very disparate disciplines and pull them together. Okay, any questions? Okay, let's finish up. Let's do some shoulder work, and we'll finish up our warm-ups, and then those who are staying for Tai Chi will start at 10 o'clock. Okay, shoulders. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And alternates. And reverse. And double. And reverse. And good. And the other side. And good. Watching everybody do this, there's a rhythm that you can get that will make this much smoother. Let me just demonstrate it. When you pull something down in, and then you have to just relax. So watch. Pull, just relax. Pull, just relax, and you'll find your arms just automatically do that. I'm not making them go back and forth. They're just naturally going back and forth. You get that rhythm, it becomes like a dance step. So try it. And good. And kicks. And shake it out. And good. And the wrists. And the other side. And double. And stretches. And the other side. And reverse. And the other side. And relax your wrists. And the ankles. And the other side. And rotate. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And close. And open. Close. And open. Close. And open. Close. And open. Doling. And touch the earth. And close your pores. Salute our masters. And salute your classmates. Thank you, everyone. If you're going to stay for Tai Chi, give me 15 minutes. So 10 minutes past the hour, we'll get going.